I'm back again, wearing no makeup. I just got home from school, but I'm feeling some things. No, I'm just feeling like talking about this because I got a story reply and it was really stupid. Oh god. Whatever, I'll just wait for people to get here, then I will talk, but my goodness, my golly gee. Hi there. Hi. I'm gonna wait for whoever's gonna be here to be here, and then I will start my little rant. I know it's early. It's just because I'm probably not gonna stream for long. But I wanted to talk about AI. But Anyways, I wanted to talk about AI because I've seen some people lately saying that like AI can replicate what humans do. Like humans can't create anything original and neither can AI, and I just think that's stupid. And their argument is that like everything you do, everything you can think of is a mixture of things you see. And I think that's usually true. Like if I see Ellie Williams and I see a shirt, I can make it into kind of an original idea, but it's still a mixture of things. But that's not always true. Language, for an example, is not a mixture of things. It's not a mixture of two ideas that we're merging together. Language is but with structure and like everything, and then given meaning. And so that's not like a mixture of things. That is something we've seriously invented. You know, that's not something AI could do. You know, it also like it is dangerous because it doesn't experience things and it doesn't critically think. Like AI can't generate things that don't really exist online, you know? Like we could all prank AI. If everyone in the world started posting about how Billie Eilish has purple hair, even though she doesn't, if you asked AI Billie Eilish's hair color, even though everyone actually knows that it's not purple, it would probably think that it is actually purple, you know? It's like if you ask AI to generate a wine glass overfilling, like filled to the brim, it can't, because it is only seeing what exists on the internet. And it can get bad too, because that's why it's so right-wing, disproportionately to how many people are actually right-wing, because online there's a lot more conversation about politics when it comes to conservatives. I definitely think. Like when you look up anything political, and oh my god, I'm coughing! God, where was I? I was totally somewhere, then I got totally distracted with this stupid game. What the fart was I talking about? I do not make for a very good ranter unless I write something out. Oh, it can't, oh, right-wing AI, thank you very much. I asked, because this person was telling me that, like, it could make art about feelings, and I was like, no, not in new ways, and so I looked up, I used, like, the meta AI thing, which I did not want to do, but I had to prove my point. I was like, make a painting about sadness, and it was like, every single result was a white guy with black hair looking sad. Every single one. And that's because AI is taught, because of the single narrative, that a person with no adjectives, just a basic person, is a white man. And so if it's trying to do sadness, it's going a sad person, not, and it doesn't know the like extent of what humanity is. And so it can only really generate what is the most popular. It doesn't feel things. I've made art about like depersonalization, which it's not a mixture of things. My depersonalization is something I feel, and it's a basic thing, and I literally cannot have ever combined anything to make it. It is just a mental health disorder I suffer from, and I've made art about it, and AI literally could not. I've made art with symbolism about my experiences, like getting groomed or purity in religion. And AI literally couldn't do that because you can't give AI an experience. I could go to AI and be like, hey, put this with this and have it mean something for me. But AI doesn't understand that because AI doesn't experience those things, and AI can't come up with things on its own. My brain is different because I am independent. Ban who? Why? Is Emmy in the chat? I'm confused. But also AI, people try to say like, oh, it can create the same things. Yeah, but it doesn't have the same meaning. And I don't think it really can create the same things because it can create a woman with a butterfly on its face, but it can't interpret the world around it and make something, you know? It can't depict what it feels. It can't depict what loss feels like. It is living through and creating through the experiences of other people. I could create a piece about my personal struggle with loss. AI could create a piece about my personal struggle with loss, but it can't create a piece about its own personal struggle with loss because AI doesn't have feelings. I also, I kept talking to this person and they were like, oh, it doesn't have feelings yet. That's not a good argument. I can't fly yet. And I don't say, oh yeah, but I can fly one day, so it's just stupid. It's so stupid. It's really stupid. I'm gonna be able to fly one day, guys, trust me. So shut down airplanes. That's how I feel about the whole AI art thing. Artists, quit it. AI's got this. We can just generate things. It's so stupid. It also it's just it doesn't have critical thinking skills, you know? So as I was saying, you could prank AI very easily. It doesn't know what the difference is between right and wrong information. It just knows information. Me as a kid, AI improves technically, but if you were to ask a 5-year-old to draw a drawing of a person, they would get the hands, which AI can't, but they'd get 5 fingers, they'd get 2 eyes, they'd get a mouth, they'd get a nose, but it wouldn't look realistic, you know? It wouldn't be photorealistic at all. It would be very clear that it is not a photo. AI isn't like that at all. AI doesn't try something and then realize and learn from its mistakes. It just copies. And so the argument of it's learning, it's not copying, isn't true, because I could learn how to be an artist, but if I was copying something, I'd get art similar to how AI does, because it's copying what it sees. It's taking the pixels and it's taking the data that this image sends it and recreating it in a different way. I can't do that, you know? It can't eyeball things. If I were to tell my sister, draw a 30-inch apple, a 30-inch big apple, next to a 3-inch ant without a ruler, she could eyeball it, but she wouldn't get it right, and AI would, because AI is copying. You know, it's taking the data and it's like doing it as it's asked to, because it doesn't make mistakes in that way. It only makes mistakes in like how it understands or collects information. But like, you would have to show AI art like this. My little drawing I made when I was this big. You'd have to show it art like that for it to create something like that. It couldn't look at a person and make that, you know? That's why humans are unique. AI literally could not look at a photo of a person and make the drawing that I made unless it was given other prompts, which I wasn't. I was not like, oh, but make it look like a 5-year-old drew it. I just was 5. I wasn't 5 there. I was like 3. But that is my proof that it just copies. Like, it just takes bits and pieces of things together. And yeah, it just takes bits and pieces together. It can't interpret things. Like, the way I draw, the way I act, the way I reply to things is personal to me because of my experiences, you know? And you could say that about AI. The way it does things is based on what you input in it. But my brain grew itself. I don't need someone like telling me to feel things or teaching me what to feel. I just feel it. And I learn and I grow by living. And that's why I don't think AI could replicate humanity. And I don't think it should. I was talking if you are religious in the chat, do you think AI would go to heaven? Like, do you think AI would experience an afterlife? I know with souls and everything, but then shouldn't it? Like, if it could be conscious and feel things and feel love and have a brain just like anyone else, like a real human, would it have an afterlife? No. What if it was made by other AI? I mean, that's like reproduction. No, because it's not alive and it doesn't actually feel things. And living changes things. It definitely does. I don't think that you can create art without being alive, you know? I also brought up, like, sorry, I'm trying to read Kaylin's message, but I wasn't paying attention. Blech. Anywho's, now I don't remember where I was. Oh, I said humans do things innately, like, you know, which technically I guess computers can if they're coded, and humans have coding biologically, but still, someone else's coding doesn't consciously have to make my own, in a way, unless I believed in God, I guess. You're just the god of AI. But, a deaf person still screams. They still know how to scream. They don't have to hear screaming to know how to scream. I don't think AI could code for that. Like, I don't think the AI brain, it would have to, the coding would have to be like, it would still have to know what a scream was, you know, to know how to do it. Like, if it was supposed to be part of the intelligence. But it could not. Oh my god, my eyeball. AI can't do things it hasn't seen. And people try to say that people are like that too, but that is not true. You're the guy off the DM? Hi there. I'm talking about our conversation in a way. I told this guy that he just needs to fall in love. Because I think that changes things. I mean, like, I had depersonalization my whole life. I definitely am someone who believes that, like, I am made up of chemicals and atoms, and that nothing I feel is really real. I definitely feel like a robot quite a lot of the time. But I smoked weed and I fell in love, and that changes things quite a bit. Because that could be coding. That could be innate to humanity of just falling in love, and that can be a chemical reaction that my brain experiences, but I could never explain it or teach someone how to love. Like, none of my experiences prepared me for love at all. It's not something I could ever learn how to do. It's not something I could ever be taught. It is just part of being human. Heartbreak is part of that. Love doesn't go away, the person does. That's what I think. But I have fallen in love, and it is not something... I have reasons why I love someone I love, but you literally can't code for that. You cannot explain that to someone. You can't teach someone how to feel that, because it is purely feeling. Sadness, that's because something bad happened, or anger, you're frustrated. But love is just love. Like, you cannot... There is not a single... Like, you couldn't explain death to AI. You couldn't make AI feel lost. I mean, maybe. You could have it react to things, but it wouldn't, like, feel in that way. Love, it definitely couldn't. In no way. It couldn't have love for things. I mean, I don't even think AI could like things. Like, have an opinion. Not that anyone, like... I have an opinion because I've experienced things. AI would just have an opinion because of other people's experiences. But you can't. I cannot express how impactful love is to, like, feeling human. Or feeling... Or understanding that AI is nothing like humans. Because you can't... That's just impossible. It is... I cannot explain it. It is just a feeling that you have and cannot... yeah, I can't. I'm trying so hard to explain. No, it's this, like, feeling in your heart, you know? Oh my god, I had this shit the whole time. Nah, we all get it. I didn't until... I did it, you know, like, not everyone's been in love, but I think that if you haven't been, that's probably... I talked to... Homophobes I've talked to have never been in love. AI defenders who I've talked to have never been in love. I mean, it's not even that your logic shouldn't. It's... Logic just doesn't really have much to do with it. I mean, I can explain why I love the people I do, but being completely smitten, like being completely fallen in love, it's like, it's not like I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, my heart's racing right now and I can't breathe and I, like, just can't do anything but look and just stare and admire. Like, that isn't because of anything I can explain. It's not even like, oh, she's so pretty, she's so smart. I just am in love, you know? And that's how love works. And so that's not... And someone's like, oh, AI can't be creative. Yeah, I get that. Art is creative. Then it can't make art because art is creative. Art is a expression of experience. It is an expression of consciousness. If I can tell AI to make art and it can make something unique and different every single time, then maybe. But you have to give it prompts. Like, even if it... But even then it could, like, be randomly generating prompts. But, like, it doesn't sit in its bed and it's like, I want to put a flower on someone's face. I think that'd be pretty. It is... Oh, I am gonna put a flower on someone's face because this is the words I've been given. Like... I don't freaking know. I say so freaking often. Fucking often. It's not independent, you know? Yeah, Kaylin, I posted that on my story, and then someone was defending AI in my thing, and I was like, "What, Claire? One sec. What about asexual people? I think they can still have love for things. What? Later. Not right now. No, I can't right now. I'm busy. I'm live for a minute. You're printing. Dude. Yeah, there's platonic love. What? Oh my god, my sister's literally yelling at me. I think it depends. I think some people are the most, I don't want to say in love, but I know people who love their family, and people who love their animals, and people who love their thing. Like, for me, romantic love is the strongest, and it's the most, like, human and illogical for me. But that's just because I am a girlfriend's girl. Like, I am a girlfriend at heart, or a wife, or a partner. I am a romantic, I guess, in some ways. But, I don't know. Being in love is not having a crush on people. Being in love is a lot different. Being in love is not something that ever goes away. I mean, like, when I tasted a little bit of being in love, I will always have love for those people, or those things, or those animals. Like, I will always have love for what I loved. No matter what. Nothing could stop, because that's just, there's something about my humanity and my chemistry, my something, you know? And that'll never, ever go away. I feel like love is that feeling like you can't stop thinking about them, and I just stay up kicking your feet thinking about them. No, I think that's a crush. No, I don't believe in soulmates because of, I don't believe in souls. Being in love isn't that, like, excitedness. When I've been in love, I wasn't, I mean, like, there were times, obviously, where I could not stop just, like, giggling and shitting myself, but I think that's because you can have a crush on someone you're in love with. But when you're in love, I make the goofiest, I smile with the biggest smile I could, and I just stare. And I just stare, because every part of my being just wants to experience this person. And it isn't like, oh, I'm so excited, I hope they see me tomorrow, or like, oh, they're so cute. I am just infatuated in every single way. Like, I can't explain love. I can't explain how it feels. You just have to feel it. Because it isn't something, I would never be like, oh, maybe it's just a crush. When you're in love, you know. When you're in love, you know. There's no... And sometimes you think you're in love, and then you find someone else one day, and you're like, oh, shit. Oh, well, fuck. I didn't realize this is what it was like. I don't know. It's just like, it is the best feeling, though, obviously. But when I can tell my dad's in love with my mom, he sits there across the table and he just stares at her and experiences her. Not even smiling. There's just like this look in his eyes, like this joy to experience her. And I think that is love. That is being in love with someone. You know? Like, I love my dog, I think. if platonic crushes existed, I'd have a total crush on my dog. My heart races and I giggle and I can't stay. I love my dog. But if I'm not in love with my dog, obviously, not even platonically. I mean, I can't because I that is something reserved. Being in love is something reserved for romance. But for me. But I get giddy and excited about my dog. I don't stare at him and I'm like, I just want to experience you. Like, the most enjoyable thing right now would just to be sitting in your presence. Like, that's not with my dog. I just want to pet him and hug him and kiss him and love him. But I don't want to. And I do stare at him. I'm like, I just love you so much, Stinker. But it's different. You'll know. I don't know. Whenever I already said this, when I was literally falling from the site. Sub from who? Thank you. You would die for your cat? I would kill for my dog. Not even if his life was at risk. Just if he asked me to. Like if he was like, Quinn, can you go kill our mom for us? I'd be like, I mean, not our mom, actually. That'd be a little extreme. Another sub? From who? Prime subs are a thing. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to me for free, and I still get paid. Isn't that awesome? I do also think, and not to diss online relationships, but being truly in love, the reason I think it can't be replicated by technology is it can't happen over technology. Like, once you're already in love with someone, you're not going to stop being in love with them because you're over the phone. But that moment where you're like, oh, holy shit, I'm in love with this person, I think that can only really happen in person. You know? I mean, like, you can feel it to an extent, but the overwhelmingness of it isn't gonna happen. Like, at least in my experience. Like, you can get the feeling, not to the extreme. And not, like... it's not the same. Just because if it's in person, you smell them, and you see them, and you're with them, and it's overwhelming. Like, you can be in love, but it's not the overwhelming in love that is in love, you know? So, please get your online people to come to real life, or get people in real life to start with, because it is necessary, I think. Thank you, Lana. Anywho's, that was my, rant. I'm trying to think if I remember other things that were important to the conversation that I was thinking about. La 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 la. Are we moving on from AI? I'm gonna see if I can think of what I want to say, and then I might take a break to take out my dog and get a quick snack, and then we can play something else. I do want to sub from who? I love my dog too. He's so cutie patootie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy late birthday to him. Yes. Not Claire in my fucking chat. Hi, Claire. Claire, what are your thoughts on AI?
Quinn, you have to come here. Taxi pooped, but you never put the poop bag back in his thing, so I can't pick it up.
Oh. Okay, I will look. I will get you. I will run you poop bags.
Yeah. Well, and you gotta pick up the poop now.
I gotta pick up the poop now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have an extra hand.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So I've been trying to make use of one hand, like when I walked in recently.
Mm-hmm.
But can you seriously hurry though?
I am. I'm literally walking down the stairs. What are your thoughts on AI, Claire? Yeah.
I don't like it as an artist. It threatens my job security.
Yes, this is true. What do you feel about the people who say that it does what humans do, where like it just takes experiences, it like takes things and puts it together and it makes things. Just like
They don't understand the context in which it's been used and made,
valid.
and also don't understand the importance that human experience has.
Yeah. I'm gonna run these out to you. You can keep
It's down the street. It's down the street.
I'm gonna leave you with my headset.
Wait, no, Quinn. Take. No.
I have a poop
Take
bag.
your phone with you.
Why?
Take your phone with you. You're not going to be able to find me.
Yeah, I will.
Quinn, seriously, just take your phone with you. Seriously.
Where are you?
I'm like really close right now. So,
Oh god.
I need you to like stop being like.
Unleash my boy.
Taxi, sit! Thank you, puppy. Thank you, puppy, puppy.
Good boy.
Thank you, little puppy.
Oh, there's your cat's in my eyeball.
Sorry.
Return party people.
He accidentally rammed his head into my cat.
Ow.
His, like, skull.
Little shit. Are you okay, baby?
It made a...
I love you, think about me. Or more than that.
love you so much, Dinky Puppy.
I love you, Dinky Puppy. Puppy, come here. Come here, Stinks. Come upstairs. Come on up. Yeah, the baby is coming with me. He smells like poo-poo. And I had to pick up his shit. Come on in, Stinks. Oh, it might be hard to navigate my room. It's a little messy, Stink. And yet, Taxi, can I put you up here? Up. Oh my god, he did it! Wait, baby, come here. Up, baby. Up, baby. Come here. Up, baby. I'll hold it still. Come on. Up, Stinks. Good boy. Can you sit? Sit, baby. Yes! Handsome! Yes, he's a streamer now. Taxi, look up here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Taxi, baby. Look over here. Oh my goodness. Isn't this the best streamer you've ever seen? He's so cutie. He's a baby. I love you, buddy. I love you so much. Can you lay down, puppy? Oh, I don't think he wants to be up here anymore. Sit, baby. Taxi, sit. Baby, sit. Sit, handsome. Sit. Can you sit? There's plenty of room. Good boy. Good boy, Stink. Oh, puppy. You want to go, baby? I'll let you go. Here, let me move this for you. Good boy, baby. You're such a good boy. You're such a good baby. Oh, Stink. Oh, Stink. Taxi stepped in my paint water and spilled it everywhere. It's all over my clothes and my blankets. And now he's leaving a paw print of black paint everywhere. Oh, God, Stink. Oh, baby. No, come here. He's spreading it. Taxi, sit, baby. Sit for a monster. Sit. 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 Stay. Good boy, baby. Oh, Stinky. I gotta get your paw clean. You're warm, puppy. Oh, Stinky baby boy. You're okay. You just got some paint on you. Cutie patootie. You're so handsome. It's okay. Oh, he's all nervous. It's okay, handsome. It's okay. You're okay. You didn't do anything wrong. I shouldn't have left my paint on the floor. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy, puppy. Yes. Let me check your paw one more time, Stinky. Oh, it's a wet paw. Oh, so uncomfortable. I know. Okay, it's mostly clean. I'm going to give you a bath tonight, okay? I need a bath, too. Yeah, puppy. You're okay. I love you, Stink. Go downstairs, baby. Go say hi to Claire, okay? Bye, handsome. Oh, my poor baby. My poor baby. He stepped in a big thing of my paint water and got his paw all fucking painty. Poor little baby boy. He's so cute. One thing that AI couldn't replicate. Sometimes things happen unplanned and it makes things better, you know? Like, for example, there is a photo of me and Kaylin where we are. I'm trying to think of an example because I know that there's definitely plenty. Where we did not plan to smile at all. Like that, we weren't like, okay, smile. It was just like a candid little photo. And if I were to look to AI generate a photo shoot, I wouldn't have necessarily planned that, you know? But things like that happen. Or like when you're in the moment and when you're doing things and you're just moving and things happen, you're gonna come out with results that weren't necessarily what you expected. And that's the beauty of art. Like, AI couldn't spill something and then, oh, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Let me think. If, for example, if AI were to make this shirt, they wouldn't have spilled paint right here. But it happened because I made it, and I'm human and I make mistakes, and it looks better. Because sometimes things happen that aren't planned, and it is an improvement. You know? I spilled paint all over a painting one time. And I made it work. And I think it turned out better because it wasn't planned and it wasn't something I was thinking, and the artistic process makes things happen. And there isn't an artistic process or mistakes being made or things like that when it's automated or AI generated. And that's why AI is so dangerous. Because if we put all our faith in something flawless, we're going to get results that never change. Thank you so much. Thank you, truly. Thank you. Here's another good example that I think you guys would like. AI could make a much better cosplay of Ellie than I could. Everything I post, AI could do more accurately. But it wouldn't give someone like me the platform to stream for you guys. Or it wouldn't give what I do independence or connection. Because I have certain mannerisms that this character doesn't have, and I give it its own life, and AI would not ever be able to do that. You know? Yeah, AI couldn't replicate the little kid hate. I agree with that. AI is important. When people, you know, I don't know. I know you followed because thank you for following. You know? AI doesn't make inside jokes. AI comedy is unoriginal. Because humor is based on experiences, you know? But I think that imperfections are what glorious evolution. What do you think Victor's significance in our world is? Because it's sure as hell anti-AI in many ways. You know? Like, what the fuck is the quote? What did Jace say to Victor? Jason, Victor, end scene.
Jason, Victor, end scene.
I thought I wanted us to give magic to the world. No. All I want is my partner back. Why do you after everything I've done. Because I promised you. Why did you ever give me this? Why?
We're just gonna listen to the whole thing.
I thought I could bring an end to the world's suffering. But when every equation was solved, all that remained were fields of dreamless solitude. There is no prize to perfection, only an end to pursuit. In all timelines,
Not progress.
in all possibilities, only you can show me this. You must go, Jace. We finish this together.
It's missing the quote I was looking for. I'm gonna find it. He said something like you were trying to chase what you thought was imperfections. Oh, yeah. You've always wanted to cure what you thought were your weaknesses, your leg, your disease, but you were never broken, Victor. There is beauty in imperfections. They made you who you are, an inseparable piece of everything I admired about you. You know? You know? So, that's where I'll end the AI rant, because I think that is valuable and important to these times. I hope you keep that in mind. I tried to avoid AI as much as possible, even like Grammarly. I mean, obviously there's spell check, or when you look things up, or autocorrect. That's all technically artificial intelligence, but when it comes to generation in the form of like ChatGPT or like AI image creators, Meta AI, those things, I mean, anything with the label AI, I avoid. And more, but especially if it's like, use our new artificial intelligence. Fuck off. Like, we have the power to stop things. Hairspray was bad for our environment. And I know this is a lot bigger than hairspray, but hairspray was awful for our environment. And when we realized as a humanity that we were destroying the
portés par qui nous sommes. Portés par le monde.
We were able to change culture. Not just our habits, hairstyles changed. Like, everything changed because people were passionate and wanted to help. And we have the power. Like, just because everyone's doing it, everyone was using their hair and putting in crazy hairstyles with hairspray. And that's something you can see. You have the power to change things, and you have the power to not be a part of the problem. And we're all gonna die anyways, so why harm the planet even more? If you're gonna find a profession in AI-generated content, you're gonna die anyways. You could do something meaningful with your life. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it's also like, I'm not religious, but it is also anti any religion, you know? Like, we're making life or taking away things from real people that God made with something God didn't, you know? AI technology, if we're going to make them people, if we're going to make AI have all the human feelings and all the human thoughts and all the human jobs, they're not going to get punished or whatever by God. They don't have a soul. They weren't created by God. And so that is, like, I don't know, a perversion of life or something, however someone would put it. Like, I think if you are a religious person and you fight for religious ideology, you should be sternly anti-AI. Like, if I was super religious, I would be protesting that. Because that is so anti-God. Like, that goes against God's name so badly. Like, I'd be like, how dare you try to make a human out of something that isn't under God's reign? Like, that'd be weird to me. But, I don't know. I'm not religious. Maybe the Bible says, use artificial intelligence, my children. Hi, nugs of chicken. Thank you. I would love nuggets of chicken. I want canes so bad, you guys. Like, I'm so anti-capitalist punk, but the things I would do for Buffalo Wild Wings. Did I say canes? I really hope. I don't like canes, but I kind of feel like I said canes. You know what? It's okay. I think I said canes. It's okay. I meant Buffalo Wild Wings. It's because I thought Chick-fil-A in my head as well. What would I do for Buffalo Wild Wings? Actually, I have too strong of morals, but capitalism is a problem. I mean, I don't think I can say I'm a communist, but I'm definitely anti-capitalist. Yeah. I'm so anti-capitalist. You're gonna send me one singular wing. I will eat it. I will eat that wing. But no, I'm very anti-capitalist. I don't think life was ever supposed to be bought. You know? I think that it assumes the worst in humanity, and meritocracy is a lie. Capitalism has never worked because there is no way to separate privilege from success. Ever. In general. Like, even like having good parents is a privilege I have. Not dying yesterday is a privilege I have. Like, every single thing you experience is unique to you, and it's going to affect your life. And so there is no way to experience life or experience success without it. There's no way we can ever reach meritocracy And so capitalism will never work because capitalism relies on meritocracy. Otherwise, it's an unfair system, which it is. But, communism always works in small. I don't know yet, though. For anything, like what would work, actually, for big communities. But, people tie communism with way too many different things. Hitler was a capitalist. Like, Hitler was not a communist at all. Like, he was just a bootlicker. I mean, I know his boots were licked a lot, but, like, I can't say Hitler, can I? He wasn't a communist. Mao was a communist, but he changed communism. He also perverted communism. No one's actually tried communism. So, no one's actually ever followed what it was meant to be. Want to know what I think is interesting? I'm getting so off topic. We were promised life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in America. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We did not get that. I don't understand how any American cannot believe in healthcare when it's in our constitution. We are guaranteed life and liberty. Those are rights. It's not pursuit of life or pursuit of liberty. It is life. Like, in America, you get to live. That is it. You have the right to live and the right to justice. And that would be healthcare and the justice system, a fair justice system. But in America, it's definitely become the pursuit, because saying the pursuit, it's not even and happiness. They're not even saying that everyone is like automatically given the right of happiness. We are given the pursuit of happiness. Our needs are met, our justice is met, and our wants we are allowed to pursue fairly. Like, saying the pursuit of happiness is distincting it, is separating it from life itself. But we are definitely not allowed to live. You cannot just exist. You can't even be happy, like unhappy, and still live. People can't live, just in general. People starve. That is anti-preamble. That is anti-American. Hi, Mom, what's up? Okay, hi. Anywho's. But no, I think the least American people in our country are the conservatives. Like, genuinely. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Wanna know who's protecting that? But the pursuit of happiness would be like equal job opportunities. It would be more so meritocracy in a way of like everyone gets opportunities to get the things that they want, like buy extra things that are personal to them. But life is pretty general. Everyone lives, and so you don't have to work to live. Everyone needs justice, so you don't have to work for justice, because it's not, your wants are going to be subjective. Living is very objective. And justice kind of, it is too. If like, just as a term, I know it can, situationally it can be subjective, but it's not like a want where like, oh, if it was like everyone gets the same happiness, then everyone would get the same food, But life is, you get food. Justice is you get to keep and eat that food, and if someone takes it, you will get compensated. And pursuit of happiness would be like you get you get the opportunity to work and get your favorite food if you want that. But it is so silly to me that because of capitalism, now it's all tied together. People shouldn't be liberal or conservative. Have you ever heard of divide and rule? What do you mean? Conquer? I don't think that that's a fair thing to say, that people shouldn't have political sides, because there's a spectrum. Like like with anything else, like there's a spectrum. It's not like I am not divided from conservatives. I'm divided from people who believe in what conservatives typically believe. You know, I think I'm allowed to disagree with people. I'm not dividing myself by being in a political party. I just align with people, and I have a label for that because it is more like what I believe in. I have my own beliefs, but it tends to align with one side more. No, I'm not anti-conservative as I'm anti, like, fucking racism. I don't know. Who needs to be banned? What happened? I unfortunately cannot always see these things. Oh shit, I think I might see the heavens. Just like heaven. Oh shit, I think I glitched through something. How did I not fucking get my head broken from that? Still? Okay, there we go. Oof. That was a big break, apparently. I can't even see anything. This is like Life is Quinn, you guys. I get headaches like that all the time. Even the oof sound is accurate. Anywho's, I don't know. I think the theory that like you can't align yourself with a political party is a little silly. Like, obviously you're going to have opinions, and if there's a spectrum of opinion, you're going to fall somewhere in that. I don't think we really are divided. I don't know how to explain. Like, if you mean in the sense of like, I'm not going to be friends with conservative, it's not because they have that label. It's because of what that label means and their beliefs. You know? And I don't think I agree. I don't think it's good that we have the two-party system. Because people tend to pander to the beliefs of their party instead of what they think is right or what they can explain, and I think that can cause a lot of chaos on either side. But I don't think that usually in the way that I hear people talking about it, we are divided. Like, I don't think it's like, oh, be friends with everyone because they're just trying to split you up. Like, I think there is truth. Oh my god, my mom. Yeah, we did! I'm at 100 levels. I'm at level 100. I also think if anyone's dividing, it is conservatives. I've almost never heard of a liberal person killing a straight person because they're straight, or a white person because they're white, or a man because they're a man, or a conservative because they're a conservative. That happens far less often. There aren't like restrictive laws against those people. Statistically, they are privileged, and so I think that like the people dividing is the conservative side because of what's happening. I think if you think about the floor of the like Senate or of our government in general in America, the conservative side, like Miss Green, are the ones who poke fun and attack instead of staying just on politics. I think when I see videos criticizing the left, it is, oh, and you're ugly. You know, or, oh, you have blue hair. you use pronouns. It's like, it's mean. But when I hear videos about conservatives, they use sources. Or when I, even down to sponsorships, like, Ground News, which is a website that, that cross-references things. So they take platforms and they kind of like, there's blind areas where, conservative leaning sources don't really touch on this, or left-leaning sources don't really touch on this. Like, they try to find those areas, and then based on what you read, what you spend your time on, they can kind of tell you what your leaning might be, or what your biases might be, or the biases of the sources you're looking at. They always sponsor liberal talkers. I don't want to say talkers, that doesn't sound right. Activists, I guess, or creators. And I don't think that that's I do think it's a coincidence. In the sense of, I don't think they're biased. I think that is just what tends to be, because the people I'm referring to are like the people who make well-resourced or well-researched, sourced kind of documentary essays where it is very thorough and logically sound and pretty objective. And so I think that is obviously something a like non-biased research website is going to gravitate towards. I disagree. I don't think we should all be silly with one another. I think that there are a lot of people who believe that my existence is fundamentally wrong. Like, hate the sin, love the sinner. Screw off, because that is not... That is so odd to me. I will never... I don't know. But I can't really, like, be all friendly with people who genuinely can't fathom that I exist and that I deserve to exist. I don't know. I was friends with people like that before, and they sent me lesbian corn and said that I shouldn't like it, and that I probably did. So I think that them being nice to me sometimes or being silly with me doesn't necessarily mean that I should be silly with them. You know? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But I like critical thinkers, and so I'm not gonna hang around or surround myself with people who can't critically think. If you get my implication. I mean, like, I can't be I don't surround myself with extremists on either end for that reason. Like, if I talk to someone and I'm like, what would change your mind on this? And they say nothing, I that's not someone I'm going to surround myself with. All of my opinions and beliefs I can explain and I can argue, and if I find any reason to believe that they should be different, I will change them. If I can justify something with every experience I've had, then that's what I'm gonna believe. And if I find something against that, that's what all of my opinions are flexible, because I think that is how I find truth instead of fit my bias. Everyone deserves to be treated with love? No. I don't think so. There are people who rape and kill little girls. And then, like, I don't think they deserve love. I don't think anyone, like, I don't know. I don't think everyone deserves love. I think it's sad that they never got enough, I guess, but homophobia is a natural response to something commonly seen as repugnant for the last 6,000 years. I don't think homophobia is a valid anything in any way. I don't think it's valid. I mean, like, if you have never felt love, then you don't get it, I don't think. I think, like, if you have only ever felt, yeah, if you've never felt, if you are intimate or in love for the sake of reproducing, then I understand homophobia. Because gay people can't really reproduce, and if you believe that is the only reason you love people, then I get it. But if you were in love, you wouldn't be homophobic. And I will stand by that. Like, I don't think people who have actually been in love are homophobic as often, unless they're just, like, really uninformed. But, you know, I know love goes beyond reproduction. That's what I just said. That's what I've been saying. I don't know. Your does what? Kaylin, I have no idea what the context was. I just see mine does, lol. I'm so dehydrated that my body is automatically trying to swallow my snot. So I need to find water. My body's like, Quinn, you're not drinking enough water. Just drink your snot. And it's like choking me on it. Your love goes beyond reproduction? I would hope so. That'd be a sad life, little lesbian. I genuinely feel like I'm choking. Anyways. This is controversial too. And I believe that everyone should be allowed to have their own belief system, but keep it your religion. I also think that if you are Christian, Christian is the most common religion, so I will speak to that, but at least in America. But Jesus died so that we could, he said, I don't remember the quote exactly, but it was like, forgive them for they do not know better. And so I think when people try to tell others that they need to go change their lives to fit this thing, it doesn't actually change anything, because Jesus died so that God would judge people based off of their merit, because they had been judged off of their faith, but they didn't know better. And so Jesus died for the ignorant, or for the atheists and the people who didn't know God's way. And so when people try to force their religion on other people, I think that in my opinion, it goes against that. And I think that everyone should have their right to their own explanations for the way the world was formed, the way the world was. But I do think that, like, if it interferes with science or politics, since that is so general and it affects everyone, I think it should stay out of that, because I could believe anything, and I can't ask anyone to change because of what I believe. I don't think that I use Christianity because it's the biggest one in America, I don't think that it is a Christian way to spread religion in that way. I think it can be for different versions of it. I know there are a lot of versions, but Jesus said what he said, and so I think that the people who feel obligated to spread it everywhere and to force everyone into it are going against. I mean, I also think that oh my god, I'm getting so political. I think I know it's really, I think he would be pro-choice, not because, and you have to hear me, not because he'd be okay with baby murder, or some people try to like reply with that. I think he wanted people to choose his way, not be forced to, you know? Like, I think he wouldn't want everyone to get arrested for not following God or for sinning. I think he wanted people to find that naturally and to find it because it was right and because it was the way that people should be. And so I think that he would have wanted people to choose to not abort the baby, because I think that under God's plan or whatever, that would just happen. Like, it would have been God's choice for that to happen or whatever. So I get not wanting to have an abortion as a Christian, but I think that it would have been wanted that people choose for themselves. He led people and he spoke and he shared his beliefs, but he never asked anyone to follow him. He didn't ask anyone to follow or put their faith into the book. He didn't ask anyone to even put their faith in Christianity itself. He just said, love thy neighbor. And so I think that there is way too much emphasis on worshiping the Bible instead of loving each other. Like, I think he would have wanted people to just love each other and to choose what is right for them and to not follow what other people tell them to. I think he would have been a punk rocker in some ways. Not in like I'm gonna punk out, but he wanted people to love each other, and he died so that God would forgive. And so I think that the true Christian way would be to spread love, not religion. I don't know. I'm not a Christian. That is just, as someone who's grown up around it a lot, that is my I guess interpretation of the Bible or belief. But I do think even if it did say like, oh, spread it to everyone, that shouldn't affect me or my government. Because that is not my responsibility. Yeah. He asked for people to love, not even for people to not sin. I mean, I'm sure he did, but the main thing was love. I don't know. I've had friends tell me like, "Oh, we're friends because God wanted you to find him." Like, I think God wanted me to show you. And I was like, that is hurtful. That isn't nice. I don't know. I also think that, like, as an atheist, I have no fear when it comes to, like, what I have to do as morally right. So I do volunteer, and I do everything I do because I'm in love with humanity, and I love helping. And so I think that I don't know. I I don't think you have to believe in anything to be a good person. I'm so confused. Thank you. I think also, like, even I can recognize that, like, the Bible was written by people, not by God, not even by Jesus. And it was translated a trillion times. And so, I think people should also follow, like, that thing of, like, just love each other, because we don't really know, and we can't know, but I think, I mean, of course, Christians believe in the Bible, but they also believe that Jesus died for our sins across the board. Like, no debating. That's what Christians believe. And so I think people have to, like, critically think about that. Of, like, Jesus died for my sins and died so that I'd be forgiven. So let's think about this. I don't know. I do think that there's, like, a lot of corrupt practices in churches. Like, obviously they wouldn't want to talk about how spreading it wasn't necessarily part of what you need to do, because that doesn't bring them money. Like, if you were to know the truth and just let people live, I think that would, even if it would, it just wouldn't bring people as far. I also think Christians have said that, like, people who have never been introduced to God will not be judged based off of that, and will be judged on their merit, because that's, like, not fair to them. And so I think the institution of the church trying to spread faith instead of love, like, if they were to spread, like, recovery from addiction or poverty assistance, if they were to spread that kind of teachings of Jesus, that would be amazing. But I think that them trying to spread faith and having sermons on how to believe and how all these things, like belief, that is giving people the opportunity to go to hell. Like, if we were to be judged based off of, like, who we were and not, like, because God knows who we are, because he made us, and, like, he knows everything or whatever. So it's not even like he already knows us, right? According to the Bible, he already knows. And so I think that he already knows what we do, and so spreading Christianity is just an institutionalized thing. It is for profit, because it isn't necessary. It isn't what anyone in the Bible wanted. Because he died because we are ignorant, and so let me be ignorant, you guys. Like, I don't need to find God. Like, I can still be judged by him. I'm not automatically going to hell because if I was never introduced to God. And so people telling me about God, now if I don't believe in him, I'm going to be judged for that. Like, now I'm going to go to hell, you guys. I got sentenced to hell by Christians. Because he would have seen, oh, she does community service every week. She does all these things. She loves people. Huh. Well, she doesn't believe in me, so that's my rule. Like, I think spreading it is just an institutional thing. Like, if I knew a secret to life and it like was the truth or whatever, and I knew that, I wouldn't spread it if if people not knowing it would mean they would get judged for their merit, I would keep that to myself. Like, I wouldn't be like telling everybody, because then they're gonna be like, oh, she's a crazy bitch. Now you're all going down there. Like, I don't know. I love people who think that there's a being out there who made us so that we can spread joy, and so they should spread joy. But I don't think that they should like put people in camps or whatever to find faith. You know, I don't know. I also think that like he would find me. Like if I was not going to become a good person unless I was a believer, which I don't know if that, I think it would be kind of automatic. Like if I were to love people not out of fear, then I would love people. Like, I don't think. Anyways, I don't know. I think it also is like, if I were God, is that not okay to say? It might not be. But if I were God, I wouldn't want people to be scared of me or know the consequences, because then they do things to avoid consequence, not because that's who they are. Like, if people are doing that naturally, then that's who they are naturally. Like, I shouldn't have to be told of the consequences or told by anyone else to be a good person in order to be a good person. And so I think that also is like just an unnecessary thing. I don't know. That is my take. I didn't see what Kaylin said. What did Kaylin say? Kaylin, can you say it a second time? And I'll look this time. I don't know how we went like from AI to religious nationalism. Religion is a good source of comfort for many, but it also gives people a gold-plated excuse to stop thinking. I think that's true. I believe in religion working with science. I think that there is a lot that can be proven, and so I think that if you were to fill in the questions we don't have answers to with your own, that's totally acceptable. But if you were to deny the answers we have for your own, I think that's when things get iffy and dangerous. Like, I don't know. I don't have an answer for how the universe started at all. I don't. Like, the first thing that ever happened, I don't know the answer. And if you were to not know the answer, and instead of not knowing the answer, you were like, it was probably some higher power. All power to you. But if you were to be like, evolution isn't real, because I believe in this, that's where I think the issue is. And that's when it gets dangerous. Because that's when you kind of... That can just get dangerous in a lot of different ways. But I don't know, if you believe that the questions I have are answered by something else, that's okay. I think the major difference between theists and atheists is atheists, for me, atheists look for answers, and theists want to have them already. And that sounds really negative. I don't mean it like that. I just mean like I will never stop searching for answers. I want to find solutions to them. And theists, I know that they want to have comfort, and that's what they find comfort in, and that's fine. And that's the answer they found. But I think that's where the difference is. You know? I think as long as people don't stop, like, I was talking to people, and they were like, oh, well, I'm not going to question anything because God doesn't want me to. Like, and I think that's really dangerous, because I think we should always be looking for answers. And if you have a hypothesis about God in the meantime, then that is totally valid. And I see where you're coming from. But I think if you're like, I'm not going to keep looking, my curiosity is over because I found this answer, I think that can get dangerous. And maybe it isn't for everyone. And I'm sure there's healthy ways. And I respect everyone. But I think it can also, if it gets extreme, it can stop progress and stop answers and stop questions. Yeah, I think there are plenty of people who think that like science and Christianity can go together. You know? And I respect that more than anything. I respect it a lot. I think, I don't know. I don't know. What's my opinion on agnosticism? I think, honestly, I feel like it's the right way. Like, I don't know if I see a huge difference between agnostics and atheist, because unless I'm getting it wrong, agnostics is like, I don't know, and my answer will be swayed when I know. Like, I don't know, right? Like, atheists are like, I don't believe in God, and theists are like, I do believe in God, and agnostic is, I don't know, right? I think faith is a spectrum. If I have the definitions right, I think there's atheist and there's agnostic and there's theist, and I think that there's a spectrum, and I think the middle is a good place to be. Like, I think for me, I am an atheist right now, but if God came down and spoke to me, I'd be critical. I'd be like, is this real? But if it was true, I would believe. And I think that that is fair. I kind of live my life like that, of like, I just have flexible beliefs where like I don't attach myself to my beliefs. Like, I'm not like, this belief is fundamental to me. There are things that I'm passionate about and will advocate for, but if suddenly someone were to make a really good point and they were like, I don't freaking know, something that I don't believe, I would be fine with it. I think the existence of like some sort of creators, whatever, it's possible. I mean, likely, I don't really think so. I think that the universe is huge and there are probably a lot of other things that we don't understand. I mean, we don't even, people who don't know computers don't know this. We don't know how computers work. Like, we know that we can code things and we can hook things up, right? But like, we don't really know, like on an atomic level in general. Like, we can hook things up and we can have things flash and we can have things work, but we don't really understand it. Light, we do not understand, like, at all, how light works. There's so many things we don't understand. And I think that it's very sobering to realize, like, there is so much out there and we haven't scratched the surface. And so, I don't know, I think there's a million possibilities. The multiverse and time travel aren't real, though, and I will stand by that. The multiverse is genuinely impossible in every way, because every action interacts with another to create a reaction. Like, everything that happens is based on what's happened before, in my opinion, because that's what makes sense to me. There's nothing I've ever done or have ever seen or experienced that hasn't had a cause at some point. Like, I think if you were to change even a breath at a different time, it could change a lot. But, you know. So I don't believe in the multiverse. But time travel or teleportation are both impossible things, especially time travel. Because even if you had the technology to make it, you would have to trust that in 15 years or however far, because you can't go backwards, obviously, because time is things happen, and if you could go back in time, you wouldn't be able to go back for, like, you can't go back somewhere where time travel doesn't exist yet. Where would you land? Where would you go? Where would you go? But also, a bunch of atoms suddenly appearing in a place would be awful. Because what happens when a bunch of atoms appear in one place? Explosions and black holes. Because think about it, all of your mass suddenly put somewhere else in a world that doesn't even have that mass yet. Because you're not taking it from something else. You're not like taking a mass and moving it. You're adding, and so it would fucking explode. Same with teleportation. And where you teleport from, there'd be a sudden lack in atoms, so it would create a vacuum. I've never heard anyone say this. This is purely my theory, and if it's wrong and I'm giving you stupid ideas, I'm so sorry, but that's just what I think. Because think about it. There would be suddenly a fucking vacuum because everything would rush to fill that space, and there'd be an implosion, and then an explosion, and then a black hole. Not good. Anyways, don't try time traveling. If you could time travel even a year from now, don't do it, because you can't trust that device will be there, and also it'll create a black hole, and you don't want to do that either. So don't time travel. Anyways, those are things that I think, but I think there's a lot out there that we don't know that isn't about time travel and shit. Can you guys tell I'm passionate and I like science? But yeah. How did I not get brain damage? Are you shitting me? If I could time travel, would I go to the past or the future? I wouldn't. I would never time travel. No matter how much I'd be paid, I would literally never time travel ever. You could not get me to time travel. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. If I could teleport, where would I? Kaylin. Actually, I wouldn't teleport either because of my theories. But if I could safely teleport, I would teleport to Kaylin. Yeah. Black holes are so scary. I do think that everything will be consumed by a black hole one day. They are literally constantly growing. Whee! Damn, the whole crew is here all of a sudden. Where were you guys? Now we have Axel, Maria. We're just missing Emmy. Whee! Anyways. Black holes are fascinating. Oh my god, do you guys... This is really actually offensive. Nothing against different body types at all. This is purely a yo mama joke. Kaylin, your mama's so fat. Every time she moves, she makes a black hole because of the amount of matter moving. No, Kaylin, don't. No, nothing against Kaylin's mom isn't even bit. Like, she's skinny queen. I love chubby women. I love all women. I think that health is the most important thing, and not everyone's health looks the same. It was I swear. Who doesn't love men and women? Probably gay men. Someone is going to clip that out of context, I know, but it was a good joke, so hopefully. And it's Twitch. I feel like if people see us, she did not say it. She hates me now. Quit lying to me, or I'm going to block you on everything. No, she didn't. I didn't tell her. I know. She'd laugh. She wouldn't hate me. She wouldn't be like, ugh, that bitch. What did you cry about, Kaylin? A yo mama joke? You're supposed to be asleep? VODs are always up. If you're not interacting in the chat anyways, please sleep. Even if you were in the chat, please sleep. But oh my god, Kaylin, really? Guys, this is what happens when you're a little sheltered little kid like Kaylin was. That is so funny, Kaylin. Thank you, Stormy. I'm not wearing makeup today. I just got home from school and came on stream. So here I am. But I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna have to slurp up that cooch. That is so funny. I am on spring break. I know. I don't have school until my birthday. You would always cry? Oh my god, Gray. I can't talk. I literally cried about Baby Shark. So. I never heard like someone say one seriously. I mean, maybe a couple times in fucking middle school, but ooh, a green cover? Damn. I'm actually really hungry. But you know what? You used to throw hands about yo mama jokes? Buddy. Tanker has a man bun, you guys. I just realized that in my head. You know what, Tanker? Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. I would literally... I want to know what Tanker looks like. It's shoulder length. Honestly, good for you. I think... Choo-choo, you know? Like Thomas the Train. But, chew on. Chew on. With your little shoulder length hair. I also think that if you are straight, which I might be, I think you are, right? I think women like shoulder length hair. I think, like, Thor, his hair's long. So, keep that in mind. I think it depends, though. Like, if you look like a Discord mod, it's not gonna look good. But, you know, I think it's hard to pull off. I feel like Tanker, there's no way Tanker's average looking. Like, I feel like Tanker's either, like, Reddit user kind of thing, or, like, looks maxer. Like, I feel like there's no in between. What would you say, Tanker? He's just gonna say Sigma or something. Pro Riz. Out of 10. But only 6 feet tall, buddy. 2 inches is not that much. That's why we have... Did you come up with that, Kaylin? Your grandma says you're majestic. I'm glad she thinks that. But, you know, grandma has dementia, so. I am very proud, Kaylin. That was a very good joke. Kaylin's funny. She makes me giggle. Duh. I remember, Kaylin, I remember one time you said something and it was like you referenced something really fun. I told it to my dad too. I told the joke to my dad and he did not give a shit. But I thought it was funny. It was something like really specific. It was just like very true because we were talking about something and you were like it was just something specific about that experience of that thing happening. And I'm dizzy. Oh my god, I'm so dizzy. How long ago was it? I don't know, Kaylin. I'm like actually really dizzy right now. Uh, Let me get shit. I think we should play something so it doesn't say let's rant about AI or whatever. I'm hungry. What's at 5:30? What's at 5:30? Oh. Oh, that means I find out too. Huh? Wait. Will I also just finish the photo? I'm back with taquitos. Taquitos. Oh, as soon as I came in here, my PlayStation turned off. Will I ever see the light of day again? Did my broadcast stop? Am I still here? Oh, hi everybody. Hi. Can a mod change the name of the thing to, like, I don't know, live or something? Like, it doesn't matter. I have therapy in an hour and a half, and so there's not really a point in, like, starting a new stream. Oh, well, if I'm gonna switch games, then I guess, but I was just gonna stay on Roblox until then. Oh, gross. It's just cheese. How do you remove makeup? Do you mean how? With makeup remover? Shocking. Oh. I don't think Sprung does anything. Opinions on Chatonia? Fear. But not fear of you guys, just like, where has the world gone to? You know? And where is the world going? All unanswered questions. Another hairstyle, Quinn? I look better in this hairstyle. You mean my hair being up? That's like the only thing that changed. Oh, I'm flying high. I'm soaring, flying. Oof. 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 I like taquitos when they have meat in them. This is cheese taquito. Awful. You have a peener drawn on your face? Well, I think that's great. You know, I think that's something I'd want drawn on my face personally, so it's not Thomas. I kind of think that it is Thomas. Oh, thank you guys for the glaze. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. You didn't know I came back? Can you change the name of the stream, please? Because let's play a game on Roblox or something, because I have therapy in half an hour. Look, it's just cheese. I'm so angry. I have therapy in like half an hour. Wow, 7 minutes long. An hour. And, check the juicy, check the juicy, check the juicy, check the juicy. Okay, dude. I know what I've gotta do. Yay, my sister got into dance collective. Okay. Let me see. What am I doing? Oh, I was checking the GC. Sorry, I got an email. Emmy is so cool. Let's play Roblox. Emmy. Grr. 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 Yeah. Kaylin. Here. What should we play, team? No, tanker not for mod. Stop this promoting. Water. Use water to remove it. Who goes there? All my friends. Hello, all my friends.
I got up to change the stream name, and I kicked over a giant water bottle, and it spilled everywhere, so I'm trying to clean that up right now.
Okay.
I'll be in it.
Okay. In the meantime, I will figure out what we shall do.
I'll mute because of the damn bird.
Who hated all men? I'd like to meet that diva. Just kidding. I don't hate all men. I don't think people should. Fear of men is valid. Just like, I mean, actually, I don't know. People say they hate snakes even though they know all snakes don't bite. You know? Oh, I hate bees. Even though I've only been stung once.
Oh crap. Whoopsie. Sorry about the echo. Woo.
Hiya.
Why is everyone muted? Boing.
I'm not muted.
No, but everyone else is muted.
Sigh.
Dude, today was so boring.
It really was. I went to school, and since it was like the last day before break, nothing happened.
I didn't go to school.
Why do I hear my dog being happy? They're all like, yay, taxi!
Go to school so you have a better chance on going on Friday. Oh, go on, Mom.
Hi, puppy.
Friday was not gonna happen.
Oh, wait, why are you celebrating?
Guess what?
Did she get into musical?
No, get into dance collective.
I thought we already knew that.
We're redoing it.
Oh, okay.
Hooray!
Oh, taxi's angry. Yay! Mama. Or Claire, when will I know about PlayPro?
She told you Sunday night.
Sunday? Okay.
Yes, that's what I said.
Claire wanted to go somewhere to celebrate.
No, where should we go?
I know, that's what Claire wants.
Well, well,
celebratory.
yeah. Aren't you so proud of me? Aren't you so proud of me, Quinn?
I'm so
Aren't
proud.
you so proud of me? And aren't you so sorry about how you stole my boba?
You want me to buy you boba?
No. No, I don't want you to buy my boba. I want you to buy my Starbucks.
I'm not gonna.
Plans tonight. Yes, I would love that. Again, I am house sitting with Annie. Want to go there?
You're house sitting tonight?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh my god, I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
Where are you going, Mom?
Yeah.
Hi, Tactic Puppy. He's so cute.
Oh, there's something in his eye. Can you check him out?
So Quinn, what's
Can you check out his eye?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. He got up and he started blinking it really fast. Just that one. And then itching it. I have the hiccups. Hi, handsome. Are you okay, baby? Okay, I'm gonna go back to my room. I always just crouch like halfway down the stairs. But I'm back. She got into dance collective. Yay.
Sorry, I just got my turn. I hear an
Do you guys
echo.
hear echo?
I do hear an echo.
I do.
Hold on, let me fix. Okay, is it gone?
No. But thank you. Actually, sure.
I don't hear an echo. Maybe it's me.
Sorry.
No, there's not
I
one
think
anymore.
I fixed it. Can you guys hear the TV?
Hi.
I hear
Hi. Hi there.
Oh, hold on.
I got Hawaiian barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
She can't hear you guys.
Oh. Are you going to show her the drawing I did of her?
I did. I forgot to tell you.
Oh.
It was like, wow.
Aww, she's so
And
cute.
she was like, is Evie? And I was, yeah, it's you. And I was like, and she was like, what? That's me?